You are welcome, Manager Fokker from Germany, who have been managing Kenyan's athletes for several times, coming and going back to Germany. Kenya is your home. Today, one-on-one again, once Kenya Retired Athletes Welfare Association, very closely with Fokker manager who have been very interested to come again to chair maybe for this coming event on Sunday, the Standard Chartered Marathon at Nairobi. Maybe for clarification, at least 1, 2, 3, Fokker, maybe you tell us what's your expectation on the tomorrow race and the Sunday.
So my expectation is that people will run well. I expect maybe personal best or at least course record for the men and women, because right now we see that many people are in very good shape. And also for Standard Chartered, if the weather is okay, everything will be fine.
And is there maybe one of your athletes, do you think he maybe used to manage, or maybe you are looking, you expect maybe they may run good?
I have just heard Keo running the Standard Chartered, and then he told me that he is hoping to be top 10. And I think after a long time he didn't run well. I hope he's doing well and can out of this get another competition.
Is this running, he is participating in a full marathon or a half marathon?
No, he's running a full marathon, and therefore we expect him to run good, and he wants to run at least 2:14.
Which is very clear. And do you think he's gonna make it?
I didn't see his training, so I can't tell anything. I only know that he didn't do well in the last months, and therefore I have some doubts, but he's confident, and he told me yesterday that he's going to make it.
Okay, is on the one athlete, are you expecting to see whether he managed maybe to reach the time you want, or maybe some maybe might come from nowhere and make it, and maybe you admire them?
Yeah, I can say you need always people who are running well. To run well in Kenya is not so easy, especially when you run in 1,700 meters. And the course is rolling, so this means the time for 2:10 is difficult. Someone who can run 2:10 in Nairobi is a good runner, and he can run easy 2:08.
Okay, in fact, that's very, very well received, Manager Fokker from Germany. And there is one point I want to ask you. It is a very surprise to the world. Maybe you tell us a little, you make your remark concerned to Kipchoge. He ran the best, and he's the holder of the world record in the marathon. Maybe you can tell us a little concerned to his running recently.
Yeah, I can say I saw him running, and I was surprised how he was running. When you run under 2 hours and you are not exhausted, then I ask myself, how is it possible? On the other hand, I can say this was an artificial race. It was not a competition as we have in former times or in different other competition. And when you know that he has so many people who support him, then I can say this is also not good for our sport, because other people don't have the support, they can't do it. So most of the people, they train in a group, they don't have a doctor, they don't have a guy for physiotherapy and many other things. So therefore I can say, for me, the time of running under 2 hours is a project and nothing else.
What do you think about it, Kenenisa Bekele, because recently he was just on less 2 seconds to break his record?
You know, according to Kenenisa, I can say it was a surprise for me to see him running almost world record, because I know that he was injured for a long time and he had only 2 months for training, which is making him to run Berlin Marathon. And to come close to Kipchoge's record is something special. And I'm looking for the next event, which is the Olympics in next year, 2020, that he's going to run against Kipchoge. And I think if Kenenisa is healthy, he has also the chance to challenge Kipchoge.
Do you think, have you talked of recently with the Kenenisa Bekele, because I remember he was your athlete?
No, he was not my asset, but I was helping him. So I do some kind of treatment for some people from Ethiopia, and he was also in my hands. And according to this, I can say I'm happy that he was listening to my advice and he was doing so well. And I'm very sure next year will be a tough race when these people meet together.
Okay, very well. And what do you think about this? Recently, the lady also has ran there for the first best time, almost 2:13. She ran at 2:14.
Yeah, for me it's also a surprise, and therefore I can say we have to see what is behind. For me it's very difficult to understand that women all of a sudden run like men. So we have many men, they run time for women, but women are coming up, and we have to see what is going on and if everything is okay.
Now, maybe you tell us about the companies between the Nike and the Adidas, because you have been managing athletes yourself under Adidas. Maybe you tell us about the companies. What do you think about the company?
So
Because the Nike is becoming so competitive in the recently races.
yeah, I can say there's also for me something to complain. When, for example, Nike is producing shoes, which not everybody can buy, then it is not fair. So, for example, you can get, because you're under Nike contract, you can get special shoes like Kananisa or other people, and myself or another athlete cannot buy these shoes. Then he has disadvantage. And these shoes are giving you a special impact that you can run faster. So therefore, for me, there's no doubt that this shoe will make someone to run marathon maybe a minute or even more faster than other people who run with other shoes.
Okay, and now maybe you tell us a little also. Thank you very much for receiving that. And maybe a little as we complete the motion, you tell us about you can see the many races have been taken with the Nike management. Because the London recently it was under Adidas, I remember. And some races, almost 5 have been taken management with the Nike.
Yeah, Nike is also coming up, and therefore, as if the shoes are good, everybody wants to run in Nike. And therefore, Adidas has to watch out that they are not losing the market. But if they are also clever, they produce something which is similar, and I'm thinking that next year everything is the same.
Okay, and what do you think about the guy who has won the race recently in the Netherlands under Adidas equipment?
You know, I can say this is normal that every company has his own good people, and not every race can run 210 or let's say 202 or something like this. And 205 is world class, and everybody who can run 205 should be proud of him.
Okay, that's very good. Now, maybe as we close over, you tell us your remark concerned to Kenya Retired Athletes Welfare Association as a retired athlete. What do you expect from us so far?
So actually, I can say this is a good idea to have these kind of people who have done a lot for sports, that they come together and represent also maybe younger athletes and give them also advice. And I think if you are there as a retired athlete, you have a lot of knowledge. And with this knowledge, you can help your young people.
That's very good. We are very happy, and this is the Kenya Retired Athletes Welfare Association, Mr. President Vitalis Emrian, interviewing Mr. Fokker Wagen from Germany. Thank you so much. May God bless you. You are welcome.
Thank you.